Let me know how we sounding on the audio, y'all. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. We good? All right. Peace, peace. I'm happy to see y'all too. You know what I mean? Peace and love. A lot of great things are going on. A lot of great things. I have a lot of good news. This is not a doom and gloom episode. I just want to give you a disclaimer. This is not going to be doom and gloom. This ain't going to be me complaining. I'm going to be in my bag and I'm going to be talking about good things that are going on. First and foremost, I have to always give thanks and praises to the ones who made me, my parents, Mama Pill, Papa Pill, you know, and my family, Blue, KT, everybody, my children, and all of that. And I'm grateful that I opened my eyes today. I always have to say that. That is something that I have to be very mindful of. Like, whenever I think that something is real heavy on the mind, or whenever I think that it's too much, I just got to be like, fam, you didn't even give grace. You didn't even wake up and give thanks to the fact that you woke up. Because the way this shit is going on in the world today, you really have to be grateful. As long as they didn't fuck that order up, you know, you got another day in this motherfucker to do what you got to do. So I'm grateful, you know, I'm grateful for everything. They say dreams come true, right? And, you know, we ever so often, we're reminded of that when, you know, we put things out there into the universe, and then those things manifest, right? So, you know, I was on my live the other day and I was talking about some of the a vision, not really a vision, but I was like, yo, I want to do Art Basel, but I want to be in a gallery. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I want my artwork to be in a gallery. And then I just put it out there. You feel me? And I went about my business, doing what I do, you know, uplifting fallen humanity, you know, and staying dripped up. And I got an inbox, and there's somebody who's basically, you know, a listener, somebody out there who's a fan, or what I say, part of the network, right? Part of the network. And they like, yo, Red, I got a show in Miami, and, you know, I heard you live and whatnot. I might not be able to get you to be in the show, right? But I could get your artwork in the show. I was like, what you mean you could get my artwork in the show? He was like, yeah, bro. Like, I could get your art pieces in the show. So I was like, you mean to tell me that you could get Richfield at Art Basel? He was like, yes, bro. You know what I mean? Just give me 2 or 3 pieces that we gonna feature, and Richfield is at Art Basel. So I'm gonna have to do this, right? I'm gonna, cause I'm not sure what pieces I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna need y'all to help me with the selection, of course. You know what I mean? He said 3 and whatnot. So I want to pick 3, the right ones, because first impressions are everything. So I have about 8 to 9 pieces that we're gonna select from. We'll get to that. You know what I mean? We're gonna select from these pieces, and y'all let me know what I should invest, because I'm investing money because I have to make bigger prints, right? These are smaller prints. We talking big boy shit, like on canvas. So I gotta do some real last minute, overnight rush job. You know, I gotta work. So I gotta make sure that those 3 are the ones. You know what I mean? And then we see Rich Phil at Art Basel doing what he does the best. You know what I mean? Put on for the last name. You know, got to put on for the last name. Got to put on for the legacy. But when you put on for the last name is attached to a tribe. That tribe is attached to a clan. That clan is attached to a nation. That nation is attached to a people. But you gotta put on for the moreland. You know, we have we formed actually more good news. We formed a new art committee called the More Art Committee. M-O-R-E Art Committee. All right, clap it up. We have formed an art committee called the More Art Committee. Right? Shout out to Red and Blue and everybody behind that. And you'll be hearing more about that, of course. A lot of these things are being set up for 2024 and everything. This is really like this the last quarter, so this is when everybody's getting everything together. You dig? We're about to go into the hibernation season, so this is the big closeout. This is really the season finale. You know what I'm talking about? There is like, what was this whole season culminating? This is Power book 6, my guy. This is it right here. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? It's when are we dropping content? Because we didn't update it lately. We drop content on the Patreon damn near every other day. You got to be part of the membership now. There is no more YouTube. That's gone. You feel me? There's no more YouTube. That planet is not even... You know when they got in the comic books, when Galacticus or Thanos is taking planets out, that planet is gone, my guys. But you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? We got big plans for you. No worries. You know what I mean? But that planet is gone. The only place where you'll get new content is as a member, because membership has its privileges. We on Patreon. You could come and hang out for free. Free is cool and whatnot. Membership has its privileges. There's a lot of content. There's eons. The archive is crazy. Yeah, the archive is crazy. What we were able to salvage, you know, it's crazy. And more than likely, the next time that you see it, it will be on Roku. It will be on a streaming platform. It will be on your phone, and it's going to be on a big screen. And it's going to look cleaner than it did when you saw it back in the days. But I've been going over some archive material and some classic material. And man, that shit right there, that in and of itself, no cap, or, you know, let's just say for the sake of curation, let's just say the sake of being a connoisseur of a culture, let's just say for the sake of saying, this is valuable right here, because this right here tells a story about a time that is relatable right now. That time created this time. That time, what time are you talking about? The time of the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, really up into the later 2000s, when consciousness exploded, right? From a specific place in the world. And I got the footage, and I got all of the archive material, and I got lectures, I got videos outside, I got books, you know what I mean? I got memorabilia, you feel me? I got flyers, I got notes, I got notepads, I got it all, right? So when they say, King, know your worth and all of this, that's what they're talking about. When they say that your data is gold, that's what they're talking about. You got to know, like, and I'm saying all of this to people that's out there that, you know, from the minute you woke up, everything that you created in the form of data, from statuses on Instagram to videos on MySpace, all that shit is worth something. It's all worth something. You need to go and collect your coins, collect your gemstones, collect your diamonds, collect your treasures. Your treasures are your experiences. Your experiences mean something. You literally could write the blueprint for millions of people who are eventually going to have the same awakening that you had. Do you not see what's coming down the pipeline? Do you not see what the next 10 years is going to do? It's going to cover the whole world in consciousness. You know what I mean? This is only beginning. But what you're seeing, case in point to show you that consciousness is the most powerful divine energy on the planet right now. If we were not in the age of consciousness, if we were not truly in the age of Aquarius, right? The shit that's going on with Israel and Gaza, with everybody turning on Israel, it wouldn't be going on right now. That all came from people on TikTok, on YouTube, you know, but really, like, I think it was a TikTok wave. I think it was a TikTok wave, and I think it was an IG wave and a Twitter wave, right? Because Twitter turned into X, and now you got all of this fringe, like Truth Social, you got all of these fringe sites and whatnot. But the response that you see, remember, war is about the mind. It's about capturing the hearts and the minds of the people. War is about the hearts and the minds of the people, right? So they didn't capture the hearts and the minds of the people just now. They lost the hearts and the minds of the people. They lost the is it real or you know who. They lost the war of public opinion. They basically lost the war of public opinion. They lost their covering. They lost their covering. The sheet got pulled off from the Wizard of the Oz. And the same thing, like the perfect analogy is the way that they pulled the sheet off of Diddy and whatnot. And by pulling the sheet off with the 30 sheets that Cassie filed and whatnot, it did what? It showed you that the emperor has no clothes. We're not carrying Sean John anymore. The emperor has no clothes. Nobody's wearing it anymore. The emperor has no clothes, right? So she pulled the sheet off of him and she showed the world what? His bare nakedness. What is his bare nakedness? Symbolically, his bare nakedness is his sexual proclivity. His bare nakedness is his secrets in the bedroom. His bare nakedness is what is his private self. It's really his privates, but your privates are a part of your private self, right? So people don't go outside showing their privates. People don't lead in society showing the world their privates. There's a group of people that lead showing their privates, and that group of people that are leading showing the world their privates. Think about that. Those people are being treated differently than the people that show the world their N95, their mask, their public face, their public persona, you know, their poker face, right? Sukiana, the strippers, the hoes, prostitutes, women, it's like, yo, $40, right? They're leading with they're coming outside, nipples is out, boxes out, everything. They're showing the world their privates, so their private life is on Front Street, right? So it's harder to shame a person like that. It's harder to quote unquote, you know, treat a person like that, like, oh, you're nasty. Oh, no, society is somewhat different these days. Society is somewhat more accepting of people just being authentically themselves, right? So Diddy got exposed. Now everybody is saying, well, shit, this what else Diddy did. This what else Diddy did. So they keep pulling off sheets, different sheets. That's the lawsuits. People are reading more sheets, right? So a new one got filed yesterday, and it alluded to crack. I'm like, damn. And this nigga had to say, he had to hit the enough. It's going DEFCON 3. He had to say enough is enough, right? And then I saw where the attack was coming from. I always knew, I always had a suspicion that they were the ones that were leading the attack and whatnot. And that suspicion was satisfied yesterday. Diego, right? The $1 billion company who is a spirits giant, right? This is they're a conglomerate that own multiple spirit brands. They went to war with P. Diddy earlier this year, right? And then the head, the figurehead, he died, right? Nobody's talking about that. I wonder why. But remember, when you talk about the Joker, right? When you talk about my guy, Brother Love, the real Joker, he's really the Joker in New York. You know what I'm talking about? That's him. When you talk about this Scorpion, right? Because once again, we're not kicking on nobody while they're down. This is really this is a divine a lesson in cosmophysics. That's it. It's not personal. I don't have nothing against nobody personally. Take that. This is a divine cosmic lesson. I didn't write this script. He's a Scorpio. All I'm doing is just showing you from a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too. So I know what I've been looking at. I'm just giving you the scorpionic, rundown of the fate of man. Because man and woman, everybody, it seems as if everybody has a fate. You know what I mean? And it's always in your charts. It's never not in your charts. So even when we discuss the downfall of what you deem to be great, you know what I mean? Even when we discuss the rise and fall, because that's inevitable at the end of the day. Shit rises and shit falls. So we're talking about a 30-year cycle of a man who rose up, right? He rose up from the falling of 9 people in City College. Shout out to Sabir. Sabir, you know how important you know how important that college is in Harlem, where them 9 people died at the hands of Sean Combs. You know, that was the center of a lot of consciousness, and 9 people died. And then he rose up out of those ashes like a phoenix with a record label. That was unheard of back then. Nobody questioned it, but now when you look at it in hindsight, it's like, damn. And then come to find out, he had a little Keebler elf by the name of Clive and whatnot, who was out there known to play them games, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Which involves touching toes and whatnot, grabbing ankles and things like that, and saying hut 1, hut 2. You feel me? So them 2 was mad close and linked up and whatnot, doing all kind of weird shit. So all of that energy coming out of New York from his era is attached to weird niggas. It has there's a weird current that's attached to all that shit. You know what I mean? And it has to be acknowledged, and it has to be diagnosed. And finally, it's coming to a motherfucking end, bro. When you think about it, New York underneath Biggie is definitely not the same New York after he died. And who was at the helms of that? Your boy. So it's deeper than rap. Shit is way deeper than rap. If he was the eagle, right? If he was the eagle-eye predator who preyed upon Tupac Amaru Shakur, and that was revealed in this year as well, even though it was always speculated. But there was something about 2023 that kind of revealed things. Like everything that was kind of revealed this year was being speculated on prior to now. It's not like we just began hearing about these things, but this year is the year that motherfuckers was getting, when you get to the self-checkout and it's time to pay, that was this year. Yeah, the 7th, time to pay. So people was paying this year with their reputations. It was like, yo, you had a good run. Let's ring up your receipts and whatnot. Ching, ching. All right, time to pay. So, very interesting, you know. And as with any good dominoes game, as one domino falls, many dominoes will fall. When that domino right there, that's a big domino. That's Domino's pizza, no crust. You know what I mean? That domino that is called Diddy is a humongous domino. So what is the collateral damage? What's the domino effect? That should be the question that people ask and whatnot. And because the All About the Benjamin script, or the quote unquote win in Rome, because that's what this is. This is win in Rome. This is win in Rome all the way. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. I don't think that there's nobody that exemplifies that like P. Diddy, Sean Combs, to a T. He followed that shit to, he is in Rome like a motherfucker. There's nobody else. There's not one of them that who has the equal power, prestige, and portfolio like that guy who followed the dictates of Rome. And when I mean Rome, I would say Babylon. I would say Roman Catholic Church. From the designers that they started pushing, he helped single-handedly before Ye. He precedes Ye. He precedes Ye. By the time Ye gets on, Diddy is already fucking Diddy. He's already him. He precedes Jay-Z. You know what I'm talking about? Jay-Z in the same crowd that I'm in looking at this nigga when he was already up. Jay-Z standing right next to us at the Ark or the Tunnel, wherever, and Diddy on the stage. Right? So, son is different. You can't even compare Suge to him in certain ways. His impact and what he brought to the game in this Roman shit. I'm talking about winning Rome. I'm talking about Top Boule. I'm talking about Grand Dragon of the agenda. There's nobody that fits the mold. If the glove don't fit, it had to be, somebody had to be, you know what I mean? Like on some Scooby-Doo shit. The sellout had to be somebody that was in front of the cameras with mad prestige and mad power, and the nigga who started this shit and was running it. There's nobody else that glove fits. Everybody died. There's nobody else left. It's him. It can't be Suge, because Suge is gone. He's locked up. He's doing whatever he's doing. It's not, it wasn't him. It's not Jay-Z, right? He's following some shit. It's not Baby from Cash Money and them, because the shit was already going down before they even plugged in. Like, you can't name any more moguls in a sense. You know who it is. It's him. He put the whole, like, I don't want to make it seem crazy like that, but remember, they're committees. These are groups. It's not single individuals. The shit that's going on inside of this secret society is like the same shit that's going on in a fraternal order, or the same shit that's going on in what's that? A fraternal order, a corporation, a group, you know, anything that where they take oaths, anything where it's a world within a world, you know. They having orgies at people's, you know, Papado after parties. Like, you know, they got whole cliques of people that work at Domino's Pizza that link up and have hotel parties. Like, it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. Let's be grown-ups. You feel me? It's not about, because keep in mind, like I say, when the reason why blackmail and espionage and spyware and all of this stuff is so essential in both business, politics, and power, in the theater of power, and the theater of war, nigga, in the theater of war, If somebody got some shit on you, nigga, y'all at war. If you in business and they blackmailing you, right? So what are they blackmailing you? Your private life, right? That's what the CIA always, they want to know about your private and your secrets. They don't care about your public. That's what the people, they are surveilling and they're watching the most sacred, the most off-road, off-kilter, you know, wherever you go in your most solitude, that's where they're going to look at you. That's where they want to find out your most secretive, private shit. They want to know your sexual proclivities, because when they know your sexual proclivities, then that way they could control you. So now that they expose Sean Combs' sexual proclivities, right? Even though he may have hinted that he was peeing on chicks and he was doing all kind of shit, people are like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I should have known. It just doesn't make any sense. No, nigga. It does make sense. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they've been on. You know? And once you get past that, because, you know, once again, it's still voyeurism. They still got us in a voyeurism. They got us in a voyeurism chokehold, right? Even if we don't, it's like you don't want to be a voyeur, but if you want to find out what was going on, you got to read the document. So now you part of this voyeurism shit. So in the documents, it said that he was into voyeurism. But to find out about that, you got to now be into the same type of thing. You see how that shit works? Like, it's a quagmire. And to be honest with you, I think all of this shit is still a level of programming, because they're trying to normalize deviant behavior. They're trying to normalize deviant behavior. You know? Once the shock value wears off, niggas will be having orgies and they will be telling shorties, yo, wear the white fingernail polish and get right. You know what I'm talking about? And we having freak offs. Nigga, facts. These niggas out here with these flyers, yeah. Once the shock wears off, the same thing that happened, it always has happened. So just pay attention. Yeah, trying to normalize killing babies, right? They look, and the people who control the media, right? They needed the Diddy shit to take your minds off of what was going over in their homeland. You feel me? Which really begins to say, yo, if remember, Diageo, a $1 billion brand, the person that Diddy threw the lawsuit against, he died. Like the CEO, the head of this shit, the nigga died, bro. Recently. This company said, this is the company behind your Casamigos that you drink. This is the company behind mad different spirits and liquors. This is their big fucking homie. This is the godfather of the spirits. This is the nigga in the vineyards picking grapes. They said, yo, we're going to use all our resources to get at this nigga and to take him down. Right? This was about not even 6 months ago. Before he was on a Vest Fest on the stage saying all that cat, right? They was like, yeah, we gonna take him down, and we got endless resources. So all they had to do was hire a private investigator that found out that he had how many lawsuits against him? Because people of his stature, there's always some lawsuits pending. There's always somebody who's on your tail. There's always somebody that's on your trail and whatnot, especially when you leave bodies behind and when you got to clean up a lot of fuckery. So they probably found out about Cassie and then was like, yo, we'll basically throw a few milli behind that defense, right? Because they went and got the hitter of all hitters. They got some, I forgot his name and whatnot. But he's one of them cleanup mans. And they cleaned them up. You feel me? And they cleaned them up. And I really feel like that $1 billion liquor brand is behind it. right? So yesterday they put out a statement and they trying to block a multi-million-dollar budget to I believe Deleon. They was like, yo, in lieu of 3, I think they said 3 or 5. They were like, in lieu of 3 new sexual allegations against Mr. Combs, right? We don't think that he should be in charge of the budget for marketing in Deleon. I'm like, God damn. God damn. They flogging my guy. This is worse. Alexa, play Ye. This is worse than they was doing Ye, baby. I think. You think? This might be a worse flogging than what we seen happen to Kunta Ye when they chopped off Ye's foot. You know what I mean? This looking like a lashing. This is 100 lashes of a Umar penalty that they giving this nigga. They undressing him. They undressing him in the public. They're going to take. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that house. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that other house over there. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get that car. By the time they finish with my guy, you feel me? By the time they finish with my guy, yeah, Kunta Ye, they took his foot off, right? Now Ye growing his toes back. You see he's wearing socks in Saudi Arabia, right? But he's about to come running again and whatnot. So look how this thing, look how the tables be turning and whatnot. Look at the lessons that the universe show you. You know, you may think that a nigga's up one day and a month later, maybe 60 days later, they in a motherfucking that's how fast it can happen in this quickening and whatnot. In 60 days, you go for up, now you're in the toilet. Let me start this little thing for this artwork because that's the purpose of today, right? I was going to have a show called Tablet Thursdays because we got free tablets to offer. But we're going to push that to next Thursday. So let's just do this poll real quick. Then we'll get back into the salacious news and whatnot. I feel like I'll be sipping tea with you niggas and whatnot. And I'm losing track of the business at hand. We going to Art Basel, y'all. It's real. Y'all might new people came in the building. Look, I got a DM, and one of my followers, one of my supporters, they was like, look, I got a wall in Art Basel. I'm gonna let you put your artwork up there, Red Pill, aka Richfield. Your dream is gonna come true, because that's one of my birthday wishes, that I'm going to debut my artwork, right? Because my artwork comes from the 90s, right? That's my authentic self. That's my childhood self. That's my purest, most primal version of Red Pill, aka Twin, aka Phil Figure, aka Filthy, Filthmore, Wisdom. That was my tag name, right? When I was doing this, I'm Wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So my art tells a story. You know, I'm sensitive about my art too. And this is me and Blues, you know, this is our love language. You know what I mean? We may not read, we may, you know, it might not be said, but everything that we do, you know, is coming from our artistic foundations. Like the dress is art, the jewelry, everything is art. I'm an artist at heart. Like that's, I live and I breathe art. You know what I'm saying? So the expression of art through the pen, right? I went to a gifted school. I was in gifted school. Me and A.A. Rashid, we were in a gifted school called Satellite West for my art when I was in high school. I won statewide championships for my art. Me and A.A. Did that together. Blue Pill, statewide. KT the Arts Degree, another one. Another renowned artist. So this is one of the first pieces. This is from 1992, right? This is called A Great Bank Robberies. Now, what my show is going to encompass, right? What my show is going to encompass is the fact that hip hop is 50 years old, right? there's a component of hip hop called art, because hip hop is a culture. Hip hop is not rap music. You don't have to be a rapper to be into hip hop. Let me just say that. You don't have to be a rapper to be into hip hop. You do not have to be a rapper to be hip hop. That doesn't qualify you as, no, hip hop is the culture. Dancing, right? Graffiti or art, not just graffiti, art, right? DJing, right? But not just DJing, any type of, wheels of steels, you know what I mean? Not any type of instrument, but definitely the DJ aspect of it, right? Master of ceremony, MCing, right? Being able to talk that talk, poet, slam, you know what I mean? Freestyling, battle rapping, spitting, griots. People that's doing this, going in, going deep. You feel me? Because the fifth pillar is consciousness, right? It's what I'm doing, what me and my peers and my contemporaries have done. And we restored something that was missing. And that's what completes the 5 pillars of hip hop. But my art is real hip hop, authentic hip hop. This will be in a museum one day, right? The reason why I formed the committee is so I could have conversations with the Smithsonian, with the MoMA, with the Guggenheim, and all of them to get my artwork into their quote unquote collections and whatnot. Because as my committee, we are authentically hip hop in its rawest element. So before I give you the one from 92, I'm going to give you the one from 1990. This was before some of y'all was even born. Sandra, yeah, one of my first girlfriends is in the building. You know what I'm talking about? And she remembers when I was back in the days doodling and whatnot and getting with the art. You know what I'm talking about? I think I used to draw on the little letters and what. I don't know. It's been a long time. But this right here just goes to show you, right? This is how far we were plugged into this consciousness. We were considered to be woke, right? In 1990, right? And this piece right here is called Fear of a Black. Somebody called my phone, It's all good. Let me let the phone get back calibrated. So this right here is the expression that hip hop was giving us. This is 1990, right? So this is what we were being exposed to, right? So you have Kemet, right? You got Pan-African, and then you have RBG, Fight the Power, right? Fear of a Black Planet. Somebody said, why black? Because I drew it in 1990, and that's what we were talking about. Fear of a Black Planet. You understand? In 1990, before gangster rap and before crack dealing and all of these other things were being glorified, we were already on a revolutionary streak, right? We were already rebellious. We were learning about Malcolm X. We were learning about Africa. We were learning about a lot of things. We were on our path. We were street conscious. This is even what Ice Cube was on. They were teaching us how to be rebellious, like the movie Dead Presidents was showing you. You feel me? That's where we were heading. We were being programmed through the culture. So this is my proof. This is my proof of work. This is look. So this is what that looks like when it's framed. You feel me? So keep that in mind. All of this artwork, this is not no flimsy artwork. Like, let me show you the thickness of this. This ain't no paint. This is a board. You know what I'm talking about?
This is on. Look how it stands up. It wouldn't stand up if it wasn't thick. You know what I mean? It got a BBL. It got thick. It used to be flimsy, but nah. She came back from Colombia. Yeah, definitely $44.44. I'm glad that you said that. Because what I'm going to do today is, you know, because I'm feeling great, you know what I mean, about this good news, I'm definitely going to be making this available to the family before I go to Miami. I'm going to be able to make sure y'all have some of this on your wall and whatnot. Don't worry about, you know, how many I buy as much as y'all want, because, you know, we're going to keep printing it up. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to keep printing it up. You know, I'm on my Bosky app. Rich Phil is on his art collecting shit. Like, you know, me doing an art show 10 years ago is not the same of me doing an art show now, because my name is different. You know what I'm talking about? So this is the Great Bank Robberies from 1992, right? This is me listening to Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, right? This is me listening to Cool G rap. This is me, you know I'm talking about, reading Calvin and Hobbes, and I'm like, yo, I want the black version. You know what I'm saying? This is me listening to Onyx. You know, we was gangbanging all the way back then. But this is authentically the mind of a sick mother effer. No, I'm just playing. But this is giving you a snapshot of how hip hop was impacting a teenager in the authentic 90s, right? This is mixtapes. This is what I was listening to, the mixtapes, and we were basically creating art, right? We were writing out storylines. This is a comic book. This ain't no regular. This is a comic book. You know what I mean? This is a comic book, but everything didn't survive the flood. You feel me? But this is a comic right here. Now, this next one right here, let's just say this is one, and that was two that I just showed you. This is number 3. Right? This is number 3. Now, this right here, I specifically remember when this artwork was created. This artwork got me into a lot of quote unquote people's dean list and whatnot. And they started talking about, you know, let's have some meetings with your father, with your parents, right? So this right here was called The Great Awakening, right? It was called, it went through many different names and whatnot. You see my nigga had the Columbia on. Who remember the Columbias from back in the days, right? So this was my reaction to watching the documentary, right? Where they talked about Black Wall Street. You feel me? Now this got my social, we didn't have no social workers. We had counselors. We had counselors in school and whatnot. So the counselors wanted to have a meeting with me about this picture. You feel me? I had made a Xerox of it and whatnot, and I passed, you know. It is what it is, right? So this next one right here is... This next one right here, you see, that's authentic fashion right there. The Guess, the Columbia, all of that is authentic. This next one right here was when I switched my style up and I started doing a comic book style, right? So we had a series where we were talking about some undercover cops because, you know, movies, TV shows like Miami Vice, there was always the cool undercover cops. Right? So I was into Cable and Bishop and whatnot from X-Men. So I made a version of Cable and Bishop as these undercover cops who would basically be going undercover, but then their covers would get blown like Tubbs and Crockett, because that was me and Blue Pill's favorite show, Miami Vice with Tubbs and Crockett. You know what I mean? But these are like fashioned after Bishop. So That's number 4, right? So, going back to what I was saying earlier, we were politicized back in those days, right? Because we had Farrakhan, right? We had Farrakhan, and we had Khalid Muhammad, right? We had Malachi Z. We had a lot of teachers, y'all. I don't want nobody that was born in the late 90s or in the 2000s to think that we was dumb, right? We let y'all down, I think. I think we let y'all down because we was enlightened. There was a time called there was a Million Man March and whatnot. The hood was enlightened. This was the first war with Papa Bush, right? No war, right? We knew who the warmongers was. We knew who the warmongers was. You feel me? And we was like, nah, we got to stop that. People was supporting Bush and they was being blood hungry. That's when the first crusade started. So we use our artwork, right? We use our imagination to be like, nah, we're going to stand for something. Now it's worth more than it was the day that I drew it because now, look. This say 91. You know what I mean? So yeah, no war. I think I got like one more left. You feel me? Oh, this is the one right here. This is from the bank robber series. I had this thing about train robberies and bank robberies. And this was inspired by Wu-Tang. Let me take it out the plastic. This was inspired. Now, this is me listening to Wu-Tang. This is 92, 93. This is what Wu-Tang was doing to us. This is listening to Raekwon and Ghostface. You feel me? The bank robberies, right? So but I think I might have seen Heat. I think I might have saw Heat. So movies like Heat, movies like Dead Presidents. You know what I mean? We got conversations going on. We got characters. All of that. Yeah. That's the Wu. Niggas hopping out of the back of the MPVs, 40 MCD. You know what I mean? So they spinning the block. You see, you got the Onyx merch on, right? Like, all of this is going into the metaverse. All of this is going to become 3D. All of this is going to become toys. That's the vision. You know what I mean? When Richfield invades Miami in a few hours, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to go tomorrow night. When Richfield invades Miami, I'm going with that on my chest. Like, yo, we selling all of these out. I'm willing it into existence. We're going to sell out. And we're going to use the proceeds to create the toy line. I want them to be rapping. They can rap some of my balls. I'll give them permission. I might even write for them. But we going into the metaverse. I just ordered the Ray-Ban glasses. Y'all getting y'all's? I'm doing the VR shit. I want to go live with no hands. So this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna go through them one more time. Right? One more time, I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna number it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, let me know which one you want. You know what I mean? You either want 1, you either want 2. You might want 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And I'll put the Cash App right there. I'm giving everybody the opportunity to get busy and to get something. Get these off my hands. So, you know what I mean? We could go into this Art Basel thing looking real good. You feel me? Look at what we going to Art Basel with. We got big drip on deck. I'm just saying, man. Richfield is not playing. Richfield took over and shit changed overnight. You feel me? Richfield took over. It was like arbitrage on Airbnb. He just started getting to it. He's cleaning shit up. So we going out there with the merch on deck. You feel me? We gonna be with A.A. Rashid. You know, he plugged in with them boys from Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, we've been working. We've been working. Huh? We've been working. Look, I had a nigga from Israel say that he couldn't do the design. I had to fire him from Fiverr. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, make Gaza great again. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you saying. Look, drip is on deck. The drip is on deck, nigga. That's official. This ain't no heat press, nigga. This ain't no heat press. You feel me? Hit me on a DM for that Garvey hoodie. We got you. You feel me? We got the soldier culture. We going to Miami with the young Kodak. You know what I'm talking about? Where young Kodak and them niggas is at. So we got something for them too, right? Culture vultures. The culture vultures. Right? Shout out to all of my designers that I've been working with. You know. So we had to get this this design studio up and running. You feel me? We had to get this design studio. Atlanta, we're gonna turn Atlanta into Little China. We're gonna be doing production on high levels out here. So let's go through the different ones. Y'all let me know which one y'all want. I'm gonna pin my Cash App. And these are all $44 for y'all, right? These are all $44. And I do, when I sign them, when you send me the Cash App, send me your name and you get it signed, right? These are limited prints. These are not just prints that I'm selling at fucking, at the goddamn gas station. Hold on, let me pin my Cash App. Hold on. This ain't something that I'm selling at the gas station. You feel me? These are limited prints. I'ma sign it and I'ma number it. So you good. But yeah, we going to Art Basel and we're gonna live our dreams and we're gonna put artwork on a map. You feel me? From a conscious, I don't know too many conscious artists. You know, that's a door that we could open up respectfully. Because when you see Blue Pill, you think this is crazy? Wait till you see what Blue got. Wait till you see what Blue got. Wait till you see what KT got. This is it's a soft rollout. You know? This is a soft rollout. Give me 1 minute, y'all. This is a soft rollout. But yeah, man, when Bobby Hemmett was selling his artwork, I should have bought all of that shit. You feel me? When anybody in this community puts their artwork out there, I suggest that you get it. Ra Aku is a master artist. You feel me? Shit. I suggest you collect the art of the people in the communities that you belong to, because if you know their value and you know their worth, right? If you know their value and you know their worth, then you have to show that with, you know, with collecting the things of value. You feel me? I don't have to tell you. You could just look around and see in the past year, people in our community who have valuable things, valuable assets, books, all kind of things, right? They have things of value. And then 1 minute they're here and then 1 minute they're gone. Am I accepting crypto? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so this will be number one, okay? This is number one. This is called the Great Robberies, right? This is the Great Robberies. You know, I'm always with the cotton reparations. You know, like all other artists say, you know, that they're just creating and whatnot. I'm an Afrofuturist. I'm an artist. I'm a comic book artist. I'm a cartoonist. You know, I create art. So I don't have to do this in real life. You know what I mean? My dude right here, Mr. Black, he's doing it in the fantasy complex. He's doing this in the fantasy realm and whatnot. He's getting reparations in the fantasy realm. That's good enough for me. You feel me? That'll stop me from actually going in the bank and robbing it and whatnot. I could just look at this and manifest. I call him Sticky Fingers. My dude in the red. Yeah, that's Sticky Fingers. That's why he got the Onyx merch on. You know, this is number 2. This is no war. This is for all of the people that are into peace. $44 for each one of these art pieces. Okay? And you get it signed, and they're numbered and they're signed. Okay? No war. This is going to, and there will be more at Art Basel, by the way. Okay? No war is number 2. Okay? This is no war, right? And something about the authenticity of the artwork, right, was told to me by a master artist. He said, Red, or Rich Phil for that matter, because of AI and because of Photoshop, the most authentic art that you could give us is the ones that are not altered at all, right? He said that the art houses are looking for the art to be as authentic as possible because the quote unquote technology is so advanced, you don't know what has been generated. You don't know what has been photoshopped. You don't know what somebody basically threw together. And they're not interested in those type of artists at Art Basel. They're interested in artists who are designing from their hearts, right? So when I could prove that I drew something in 1990, it now has more value because moving forward, you won't be able to say, yeah, I drew this shit in 2024. People will be like, so what? They were making digital art too, nigga. What, you know what I mean? Like, that's not that's losing its value as we move forward. The more backwards that you can grow, that you could show that you were a part of the culture and you were designing and drawing pieces for the culture. This is a cultural, iconic piece of hip hop right here. Because I'm an icon. So this is iconic. So the value of this will only increase throughout time. It will never decrease. You'll never own a piece of my art and the price of it goes down. That's one of the only things, whether I'm in infamy or whether I'm an immortalized and lionized, it doesn't even matter. The price of the art will always rise. This ain't an NFT. You know what I'm talking about? This is the authentic artwork from yours truly, Brother Rich Phil. Right? This is number 3, by the way. Okay? This is number 3. Okay? All right? This is called a lick back. No, caps get peeled on the regular. This one right here, number 4. Number 4. Yeah. This is the Great Awakening. Right? This is the Great Awakening. Yes, the work will be NFT. It will be definitely NFT. Make no doubt about that. Make no doubt about that. You feel me? Make no doubt about that. You know? But this work right here, yeah, this is right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have this one right here. Five. This is Fear of a Black Planet. This is Fear of a Black Planet. Okay? Number 5. Be of a black planet. Okay? It's a black thing, G. You wouldn't understand. This is from 1990. This is from 1990. Okay? And then the last one of the collection. Run the camera. Drum roll, please. We got the great bank robberies. With my guy Calvin right there. You see the JanSport? You see the PHILMORELAND? Yeah. You see that Desert Eagle on deck? So, once again, like I say, this artwork and these characters that you see, this is basically like, this will be the source material for something that you will begin to see evolve as we begin to utilize all of the tools that are available at our fingertips and whatnot. But this is the primary source. This will be the original source material. But yeah, just stay tuned. You know what I mean? Stay tuned on this journey that we're on. You know, it's a fun journey. It's a journey along the lines of creating ideas and creating, you know, from your imagination in real time. Shit. To me, that's godding. You know what I mean? God is a verb. To me, that's godding. Being able to create out of your mind and whatnot. You said drop the new Boondocks. To be honest with you, I would love to do something like a new Boondocks. You know? I would love to do something like a new Boondocks. Soon as I find out what a budget for something like that will cost, I'll keep you informed. You know what I mean? I would love to do something like a new Boondocks. I'm going to do my version, of course, which will be a little more intense. You know what I mean? I don't know if you could get more intense than Boondocks, right? But I think I might be able to push it in that direction. So yeah, y'all, as you can see, those are some art pieces that are available. They're not going to be available for that price forever and whatnot. Take a full advantage. Like I say, Art Basel is tomorrow and Saturday. So I need to I'm headed out there. I'm gonna do excellent. I'm gonna do what I came to do. I'm gonna make my mama proud, you know what I mean? Cause she wants me to do my art thing. She wants me to you know, step into that that world and whatnot. Yeah, the food, the art, the clothes. You feel me? The food, the art, the clothes. You got voiceover connects? Okay, yeah, pull up. Let me know. Pull up. You feel me? Pull up. Because people are doing them voiceovers on their own now with the AI. I know somebody that's making a whole cartoon just by they not using nobody but they self and them tools and whatnot. You know? You said, what's up with the sun? What's up with what sun? You should have a comic book. You should create a comic book. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of things. We're gonna do a lot of things. I always said to people who know me that I was just waiting for the technology to catch up. You feel me? I was waiting for the technology to catch up. Oh, you talking work? You a working artist? Yeah, okay, yeah. As a working artist, definitely. I take all advice from working artists. You know what I mean? This is y'all thing. This is what y'all do. Shout out to my guy Boris. You know what I mean? I was chopping it up with a brother who just breathes this art shit. And, you know, he was giving me a lot of insight. So, you know, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? The art shit is different. It's a different world than what people may think, you know. But it's an interesting, and it's a creative world. Me personally, I gotta be around where creativity is flowing like a faucet. I don't give a fuck what nobody is talking about because, once again, we are not the same. So my Tesla battery charge station is in creativity places where creativity is taking place. That's where I have to be. You know, if I'm not around creativity, I will basically create an environment where I will either attract creativity or I would creativity from outward without. Like I'll just pick up, you know, I'll just start drawing. Even if I got to draw on the walls. You know? Even if I got to draw on the walls. Yeah. Okay, yes, 44.44. Okay, I put 44 right there. 44.44. And yeah, send that out. We'll get you that artwork ASAP. You know what I'm talking about? ASAPington. You dig? But later on tonight, we got Third Eye Thursdays. That's going to be only on Patreon. As we all know, we no longer broadcast via the YouTube. It's a little too hot for YouTube. So we are on Zoom, right? And we're going to be broadcasting tonight at around 10 p.m. We're going to have a little later show at 10 p.m. Blue Pill is going to be on Brother Rich's channel at 8 p.m. On Monday, for Melanin Monday in Atlanta, live, we got Brother Rich as a guest. We're going to be listening to the new album, okay? We're going to be listening to the new album. The Golden Age Piscean, hit me on the DM for the KTL hoodies. I got you. Hit me on the DM. We're going to be doing Brother Rich album. It's not going to be an album listening because that's on the 16th in New York. But we're going to be talking about the whole process that it took to make the album. We're going to be talking about consciousness. We're going to be talking about the fact that the brother hit 400,000 subscribers. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, including, you know, what his year was about. You know, like, how was your year, good brother? He had a monumental year in the realms of success, in the realms of growing, in the realms of content creation and consistency. So we're gonna celebrate the good brother. You can't find my Cash App. It's PHILMORELAND, PHILMORELAND, and I should pop up. I should have like a tan shirt on. A picture of me should be a tan shirt, right? That's the Cash App. Have Brother Rich do a show with Phil Valentine bullying me. We gotta have a crypto bill. Yes. We're gonna be doing some shows next week, and that will be focused on this rise in cryptocurrency. We're currently going into what is known as a bull market. I personally, along with a few other people, we are ready. We got ourselves together. We're gonna wake up to more wealth than we go to sleep to. We're doing that already. I'm waking up and I am more wealthier than I was when I went to sleep because we are going through a bull market. The shit is going crazy, right? So we were very patient. We taught a whole student body a few months ago about how to get ready, how to get prepared, what to buy, what to invest in while it was cheap. And now it's taking off. So next month we're going to have a show talking about what's the options for people to get in and get right. You know what I mean? Because it's that time. And Phil Valentine, he helped make a few people very wealthy because he was telling them about XRP years ago. And that shit kind of did what it had to. It's doing what it's got to do. And it did what it had to do because they were able to prove their case. And of course, Chicago Crypto Block Bully, you know, he's the one who's been spearheading the whole movement. And he was the one that got the KT aliens dressed for the party, right? So salute to Chicago. He's been helping thousands of people become wealthy, right? And Allah is going to favor that brother and his family for all of his good works. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. Do I go to the crypto park? That crypto NFT world thing that they built? Nah. Supreme 7, you said just your name, number 44, tan shirt. I like that idea. That's fire. Yeah, so anybody that wants to be a part of Third Eye Thursdays, become part of the Patreon. It's a $5 fee to be a part of the Third Eye Thursdays and Melanin Mondays. 8 shows a month, $5. 8 shows, $5. Right? 8, 5. Okay? 5. The same 5. Nah, 8 shows. Well, the link is in my bio, of course. You have all, sign up. You'll get the link. You'll be a part of the Zoom. We actually have a town hall meeting. Anybody watching this, or if you join the Patreon, we have part 2 of the town hall meeting today at, 3 o'clock. I got to get out. I got to wrap this up. So part 2, we had so much opportunities that we were talking about in the first announcement. We brought Lisa Nicole on. We brought the good brother Captain with the free tablets and the opportunities with that. So at this one, we're going to bring some more opportunities. So anybody that's in the Patreon, look in your inbox. You'll have a Zoom link. We got a town hall meeting. Part 2 today. More announcements, more opportunities. So I see y'all there. And for everybody on the live today, love and light, I appreciate y'all. Everybody that supported and get the artwork and whatnot, I appreciate y'all. Everybody that helped me. I didn't even get no help on the votes. I showed the artwork, but I didn't get too much help on the votes. So I'm bringing all of that. You know what I mean? I'm going to make the decision as to which one y'all really like based off of which one y'all probably buy and whatnot. That'll be a way to tell me. So that's the one that I'll basically give them to put on their walls. So I got 2 slots on the wall. You know what I mean? 2 slots. Y'all stay dangerous, man. Y'all stay up. Stay focused. Stay positive. You know what I mean? Don't look at the negatives as a negative. Look past it. Smile at adversity. Just know that whatever you were going through this year was just a test. You know what I mean? And if you still standing and whatnot, chances are that you passed that test. If you still standing, if you still on your tools and whatnot, chances are that you passed that test. So don't let nothing, quote unquote, change you. Don't let nothing tempt you. Don't let nothing push you down. Don't let nothing put fear in you. Don't let nothing restrain you. You got to push through. This is the 4th quarter. Ty Phoenix, what up? This is the fourth quarter. It's not how you start the race. It's how you finish it. You got to end this fiscal year with a bang. You got to wrap this bitch up with a bang. You got to give 23 the motherfucking bang that it deserves and whatnot. It was trying you, but it was also supplying you and whatnot. So we are, matter of fact, on 12/12, we got Ross Ben. We're doing a Zoom with Ross Ben and Kafunya, Sister Kafunya. And this is going to be called a prophetic stage of 2024. Then we're going to be doing something with Ra Aku, right? Then I'll be doing the year in review on December 31st when the ball is dropping. We'll more than likely be doing a year in review show and whatnot. So it's a lot of things to wrap up. This is a time of reflection. This is a time of introspection. This is a time of rewinding the tape, seeing through all 4 quarters that we've all lived through collectively. What have you learned? What have you seen? What have you earned? You know what I mean? Where have you been and where do you want to go? It's time to take an audit of your time. Because you could have been wasting that shit this whole year and be acting like, damn, I didn't know it was December. The Patreon link is in my bio, King. Or Queen. The Patreon link is in my bio. Just click on my flow chart or the link tree, whatever that is, and it will show you all of those options. All of the links are there. The RSVP for Brother Rich on Monday, that's in the bio. The link for the clothing, for the drip and whatnot, for all of this. You understand? For all of that stuff that you just saw, the Kings County, the KTL, that's there and whatnot. That's the mark125.com. And we got new music coming. Me and Blue, we're going to make that announcement probably today. We got new music coming. We made a whole label. We got our whole label. We launched a whole record label. It's not even a record label. It's a sound system. Let me not even say record label. It's a sound system. You got to get on your fitness regimen. So do I. I'm about to be linking up with my barber and whatnot. We're putting together a nice little workout schedule in Atlanta. Hit me up on a DM because we could do something that's dealing with a regimen where it's either live stream or there's modules where people are teaching you form, right? And certain type of regimens to get right, because we need to get right. Spirit is telling me 2024 is going to be a real combat type of year. Combat type of year. So you might want to get your hand-to-hand combats together. You might want to, Yes, I have job opportunities in Atlanta. Hit me on a DM. I got job opportunities in Atlanta. That's what today's work. That's what today's town hall meeting on Patreon. Because I'm not allowed to talk about certain things on Instagram. So, and I respect those policies and whatnot. You can't be on Instagram and talk about certain opportunities because this is a business. They want their bread. They like, no, nigga, we want you to pay us to boost that shit. We want money from you. So I can't be on Instagram, soliciting their people because they look at y'all as their clients. So we got to take that to Patreon where people, I don't know anybody that's watching. I don't know how serious you are until you become a Patreon, to be honest with you, because that's the only people that are responding to the call. That's the only people responding to a call. I'm not doing fly-by-night friendships online. I'm not doing fly-by-night favors. I'm not helping out nobody that's not a member of my committee or of my membership. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want nobody to stick around for 30 days. I'm looking for commitment. I'm on my Scorpio shit. I'm looking for long-term commitment. I'm looking for team members. I'm looking for people that are not just thinkers and knowers, but doers, because everybody's a knower. That's what's making social media unattractive. There's so many knowers and not enough doers. Social media takes away the doer and it piles upon the thinker and the knower. You're scrolling and thinking and whatnot. You think you know everything. You just scroll, but you don't want to do. It's breaking your will to do. So we have created Melanin Mondays in real life, IRL. In real life, IRL, right? To break that monotony and to bring people in Atlanta outside their houses and whatnot. Because Atlanta is so comfortable of a place that people get comfortable in their comfort zones and they fall into this leisure-like state where they don't want to put in no type of work. They don't want to link up and build nothing. They don't want to break bread. They just want to leisurely experience life through their phones. And that's not where the power is. There's power in it, but that ain't where the power is. So we breaking the monotony by coming outside, bringing the vendors and the small businesses, bringing our network together and whatnot, bringing y'all into rooms where you can hear new music, eat good food, the Blue is cooking, meet new people. You know what I'm talking about? Go live, listen to some gems being espoused, pick up some drip. Like, you got to create the environment. So that's what we all about. Creating the environment so when we have this conversation and when we have these demonstrations, the environment matches the demonstration. You know, the environment matches the demonstration. So we actually have, we're going to be cutting the hair of some homeless people on next Melanin Monday, either downstairs in the lobby or we'll be doing it in a room that we have upstairs. But if I have any volunteers that are barbers and they live in Atlanta, we already have 2 barbers. If I have any volunteers in Atlanta, you could come through. Now, we're also giving them haircuts and we're offering the opportunity to basically get $20 or $200 a day, $20 a sale. Not even a sale because they're giving out free tablets. So one of my business partners, they have a contract and whatnot where they're getting free technology, they're getting free tablets, and we're going to give these homeless people the opportunity to sit behind a desk and whatnot, a table underneath a tent, and sign people up and make money so they could basically change their lives and help put some food or help put a roof over their heads or help put some bread in their pocket. What they do with that bread, that's on them. That's on them. I want to help. I want to be able to give people opportunities and help rather than sit around and talk about the problems. I want to present solutions in real time. And we're going to do that right in the area where we do our podcast every Monday. We went in that area specifically so we could uplift the fucking fallen frequencies in that area. You know? Yeah, Eric J, you got to be careful with your language or you'll be on the block party in about 2 minutes. You know, in about 2 minutes. Your ass will be in the block party. You'll be on the blockchain. I put a lot of people on the blockchain. They hanging there like Freddy Krueger, my nigga. It's a nightmare on the blockchain. Don't get put on the blockchain, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Because it ain't the blockchain that you think it is. It's the block and there's some chains on it. You know what I'm talking about? And your ass will get blocked. So, you know, make the decision. It's Thursday, my G. You know, this could be the day. This could be the day. Yeah. But with that being said, man, you know, it's been a great live. I got work to do. I'm active right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm very active. I got a lot of shit. This office is looking like a lab right now. It's looking like a lab. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, Third Eye Thursdays tonight. It's gonna be a powerful episode. Tune in. We are going to be covering a lot of the events that have been going on in the news lately. We're going to be covering a lot of things that have been overlooked. But check out Blue Pill on Black Magic first, then come and pull up on us. All right? Yeah. Love and light. Peace.